Dog Days.
It's now called The Summer of Monte Wildborn. We changed the title because the character that Morgan Freeman plays in the film is Monte Wildborn. So now we're calling it The Summer of Monte Wildborn.
That's news. I have to call my newsroom. I'll be right back.
You thought it was something?
If Hollywood Reporter is here to write something.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I want to change seats with you for 1 second. I just want to try something. Go ahead.
The light is still the same.
No, I just want to see. Go ahead.
The sun is better.
Oh, it's not any better.
No, but this is my good side, and I want you to see that. So,
Oh my God.
Come closer.
Yeah, I know.
So say that again. The Summer of Monte
The Summer of Monte Wildborn.
Wildborn.
Yes.
Well, I read a script this morning. It was titled "The Summer of Dog Days." Summer at Dog Days, and it was an utterly charming read. It was a beautiful little story. It's set in Georgia. Am I correct about that?
No. Where did you get? What are you reading?
I don't think it actually explicitly said where it
It
was
says
set.
Manhattan. They lived in Manhattan. It's in New
Oh,
York.
that's right.
It takes place outside in upstate New York.
It's the reference to Duluth that made me think of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that guy was from there. He's not living
I didn't think
there.
you could actually be referring to Duluth, Minnesota, which is where I'm from. Not from Duluth, but I'm from Minnesota. Anyway, well, now that we got the title sorted out and the first 5 minutes have gone by, thank you so
We
much
haven't covered that much ground.
It's an utterly charming movie. Morgan Freeman stars with Virginia Madsen.
Right?
There is a young woman named Madeline Carroll who you've worked with before on Flipped, who's in the movie. What was cool about this, for me at least, as I was reading it, is it is an implausible romance that shapes up throughout the movie. I have to say.
It's the most unusual.
Implausible romance.
And we actually, Morgan and Virginia and I, when we approached the project, we said, is this a romance? It's certainly about someone who thought he could never love again, thought he could never write again, who through this relationship, when he moves into this summer cottage next door to this mother and 3 daughters, learns to have those feelings stimulated again. But we debated back and forth whether it's a real romance or not. And when you see the movie, you'll decide for yourself, because Virginia did something that was completely unexpected in one scene. So when you see the movie, you'll know what that means. And she upped the ante in a way that I never imagined. And Morgan, you can see the look on his face, because he gets, whoa, like this. And then it becomes this kind of very unusual love story. Very unusual.
Well, I thought with any lesser actors, you might have had trouble with that one. But just
you start with a guy. Yeah, starting with a guy who's in a wheelchair. I mean, Morgan Freeman plays a character who's, you meet him at the beginning, he's in a wheelchair, you don't know how he got there and why, and he's drinking and he's curmudgeonly and he's angry, and over the course of the film you find out what his history is and why he is the way he is. And yes, you don't expect a guy like that, and Virginia, who's going through a divorce in her character, and how they kind of find each other and kind of help each other back to life in a way. And that's really what the film's about. And it's what, I was talking to you about this earlier, when we were talking earlier, and it's what attracts me now that I'm getting on in years, when I made Bucket List, people would ask me what was the reason, and I said, when I hit 60, you start really valuing life more and more and more, because you realize how precious it is and how little time you have. You want to make movies that embrace life, that say, this is what I have, I want to make the best of it, I want to make the most of it. So that's what the basis of Bucket List was, and really is the basis of this. I mean, here's a guy who you find out in the course of the movie he lost his wife, who loved him even though he had gotten into an accident, and you find out how he got into the wheelchair, and he's given up on everything, but he finds that even in the situation he's in, you can still enjoy life. You can still find things that inspire you and make you want to live. So